What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going over every single build for zombies for ARs here in Black Ops 6. Don't mind me, by the way, I have allergies this morning, so I sound like shit. But otherwise, let's get right into it. So first gun off the bat is going to be the M4. And then we have a lot of ARs to go over today, so I'm just going to give a brief description of how I feel this gun performs and why I chose this build. And then you guys will have a time to copy the class up on the bottom of the screen. So for the M4, the reason I chose the build, and you're going to see a lot of these builds are kind of similar. So if you know the one build, you're going to know most of my builds for zombies. But the biggest reason why is just because the M4 and a lot of the other ARs are going to be really good just for every odd thing you're going to be doing in zombies. So camos, high rounding, Easter eggs, side objectives, etc. There's obviously other guns that are do better at certain things, but the ARs are just going to be very good for universal. So next up we have the AK-74. AK-74 is probably one of my favorite guns in zombies right now. When I do play zombies and I'm not camo grinding, I usually use the AK. It just feels really good, it feels really consistent, and it's just a blast to use overall. Next up, we have the Ames. Now, the Ames is one of the first guns that I got gold in Bo6, besides the M4. The Ames was a gun I was really excited for. This is supposedly this game's rendition of a Galil. At least that's kind of what they're going for anyway with this gun. And it just feels really good overall. I really like the Ames. It's one of my favorite assault rifles in the game. It gives me a lot of Scar vibes. Like if you ever use a Scar in a Modern Warfare game, it kind of feels like that a little bit, which is just really nice. Next up, we have the GPR, or you may know this from real life, which is the gun the British military uses, which is pretty cool. I think it's like the LA3 or whatever, LAV. Or L96. I think it's in real life it's the L96, if I remember correctly, actually. Either way, super fun gun. This was my favorite gun when they first came out. I actually wanted this to be my main gun for this game, which is why one of the first guns I got gold in multiplayer was this gun specifically. But honestly, it's not that good in the game overall. It's a lot better now than it was originally, but it's still, like, compared to all the other ARs, you're going to struggle with it a little bit. Next up, we have the... What the fuck is this? Model L. God, this gun is so forgettable, bro. This gun is so forgettable. It's actually kind of funny. So the Model L is pretty fun to use, I guess. It just feels like a wannabe Galil, in my opinion. That's what it kind of feels like. And then obviously they have the STG variant you can get when you hit the certain prestige. And that's pretty cool, but it's nothing wild, in my opinion. It's kind of just a mid-tier AR. Get the camos done for it, move on, is what I recommend. Next up, we have the Goblin MK2. Now, the Goblin MK2 is actually kind of underrated and underappreciated. This thing's an absolute beast, especially at zombies. You can hit headshots, and it will one-shot headshots for a while, especially with Pack-a-Punch and all that stuff. Yeah, it's just a blast. It's a fun gun to use, and it's weird seeing a semi-auto as a AR, but in a weird way, I think it works. So next up, we have the ASVAL, or ASVAL. Now, this gun is every sweat's greatest friend. Me personally think the ASVAL is kind of overrated. I think in comparison, its damage output's actually pretty terrible in comparison to some of the other ARs you're going to see. What helps this gun is its fire rate. This gun has an insane amount of fire rate, especially in zombies when you're using Pack-a-Punch 3, Gold Rarity, and the double tap that super perk that was added. You're going to get an insane fire rate from this thing. Next up, we have the Craig C, which was our first DLC gun. Now, the Craig C was a blast to use. Again, feels very, very similar to the Amos in the way it controls, the way it feels. Obviously, the Craig C is from Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which was one of my favorite ARs in that game as well. And it's just a fantastic weapon, and yeah, just amazing overall. Next up, we have the Cypher 91. Yeah, Cypher 91. Um, Now, what's weird about this gun is originally I didn't like it. Originally, I thought it was stupid. It looked ugly. Um, but it has definitely grown on me. It's actually become one of my top ARs that I use, especially in Warzone. At least it used to before it got nerfed to Warzone, but it was super good originally. And this thing's an absolute monster. It has really good damage and low recoil. And it just, yeah, it's a good weapon to use if you're looking for an AR to use. It's definitely good. And then we have the two newest ARs, which is the Kylo. Kylo's pretty good. Um, I think the Kylo performs better in Warzone than all the other modes, but it's definitely good. And I have a feeling in Zombies, this thing could be very good for just using it for small Easter eggs. But I don't know if I would take this into a big Easter egg. And then the last gun on our list, if I can get out of this, I didn't mean to go there. The last gun on our list is going to be the AMAX. Here's the AMAX. Fantastic weapon. I've been having a blast on Warzone with this because I've been doing the Warzone Mastery Camo grind. That's what I'm working on right now currently. And I've been just having a blast using the AMAX on Warzone. It's been an absolute blast. Um, but yeah, those are all the ARs. I hope this video has been helpful for you guys. Next video, we're going to go over SMGs, and then shotguns, and then LMGs, snipers, marksmen, etc. And if you guys want multiplayer builds or Warzone builds, let me know down below. If you guys want one for 3 builds, let me know down below. I saw that game downloaded. And yeah, hope this video was helpful to you guys that are playing zombies. Again, you can take notice that a lot of these builds are the exact same. Um, so basically, reinforced barrel, monolithic suppressor, highest mag, balanced stock, rapid fire, etc. Pretty simple stuff. So you guys could easily copy these class setups. And these class setups are designed to give you the highest amount of fire rate and damage, um, and as much recoil control as you can possibly get. So they're pretty universal. You can use these builds in multiplayer. Um, and usually in multiplayer, I'll usually switch out the mag for a smaller mag, or I'll get rid of the suppressor or something and put like a recoil attachment. Usually that's the only difference I'll make. But yeah, hopefully this video was helpful for you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. It's been your boy. I'm out of here. Peace.